trillion. And now the mark, oh, it went to zero.
Don't get rug pulled. Don't get rug pulled. Don't get rug pulled. Don't get rug pulled. Heard that project is a trap. Don't get rug pulled. Everything they say is kept. Don't get rug pulled. 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 Turn your savings into scraps. Don't get rug pulled. They be plotting on your racks. Whoa, whoa. We going know where we at. New USB for my racks. Not slipping, no, I never let. VPN changed the map. He lying, you know that he kept. I know he be hacking. Look at the way I shake. The same way I bring racks in. That's the same way I bring racks in.
Damn!
That's the same way I bring racks in. That's the same way I bring racks in. Don't get rug pulled. 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 Heard that project is a trap. Don't get rug pulled. Everything they say is kept.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's FUDDERS live stream, the live stream where we talk about all the bad news that's going on in the NFT and crypto industry this week. And our special guest is the one and only Captain Obvious. What's up, Cap? Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Very cool to have Cap on the channel. She's been supporting my channel, a lot of other channels in the community for a long time, and a very positive individual. So I don't know how we got her on FUDDERS. We'll see how that works out.
Because I'm a moon girl. I'm just here to balance these boys out.
She's also a bit of a troll too, so it should be interesting. And shout out to my co-host as always. The big man up top is BE. How's it going, BE?
What's going on? It's going great. I'm excited here. We're gonna have a great stream tonight.
What do you got on your shoulders, bro?
Oh, what do you think? I've got He-Man, I've got good He-Man, and evil He-Man.
Let's go. I like it.
He has the power.
That's right.
Looks like He-Man with a fever. I think he's running like 102-degree fever, all red and shit.
The bones with the
I
I
can
don't
make
tell you
people
how to do
sick.
this.
There he is.
Wait a
Mo.
second. Where do you find time? Who teaches you how to do this stupid shit? Honestly,
It's the skeleton guy. His name's Mo.
You can tell it's gonna be a fun
That
night
guy.
already.
Yeah, that
What's
guy.
up, Mo? You feeling good
Got
tonight?
the
Are you
angel and the
feeling fuzzy?
devil hooked up.
That's right.
I'm feeling spicy. My nuts are nice and warm. Dunking them in the old cup.
Nice.
Don't
Just hanging
get
out,
on
man.
that.
Just you know,
Let's go.
got some
Before we get-
Bud Light on the menu. Kind of hanging out. We got Captain Obvious hanging out. We first appearance last week on Cryptoids, and now FUDDERS appearance. Another
That's right.
FA.
Yep.
So shout out to that. Appreciate her joining us. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
Let's go. And as always, we're going to start off by introducing our guest to everybody. If you don't know Captain Obvious and you didn't see her first appearance on the Cryptoids live stream, she's a OG VeVe collector and a Cryptoids ambassador. And as always, Captain Obvious, I want to go to you and ask you how you discovered VeVe and what you like to collect on the app.
Well, we can blame a gentleman called The Modern Investor on YouTube. I watch his channel. I listen to crypto news in the morning. Listen to about 3 or 4 hours a day. Actually, that's what I do in my free time. But he also has a channel called Money Rules. And on that channel, he talked about things he's investing in this week. And I'm like, comic books? You've got to be kidding me. So I started taking notes about comic books and characters and learned about first appearance from him. And then I went over to VeVe because he was talking about that platform and studied it for a while and then jumped all in about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Nice.
And I've had a great time. It's led me down a journey I would have never expected. I know nothing about NFTs previous to this, and I shouldn't understand it. And there's much that I definitely don't understand, but I'm excited. I love it way more than I ever would have expected. The community made it so much better. Met some really great people, and originally truly started off just investing. Saving a little here, a little there, got some crypto, got some NFTs, and then it led to this crazy group of people. So I am really blessed to be here. I love it so much, and I've been treated very well, and I'm having a good time.
Absolutely, yeah. The community is a big draw to keeping people into VeVe. That's people come for the NFTs, and then they fall in love with the community, and that's why they stay for sure. So it's good to hear that you're the same way. You can see she's going to be the female Mo. You can see her picture up top with the skeleton paint on. So watch out for that. Shout out to all the homies in the chat.
Let's go.
Big A. Hopefully your alarm went off. We got Tony Dolce here. Kryptoni's in the house. Mr. True Stoner. ECOMI, which was our guest last week. Make sure you guys watch the replay there. We got C-Spill in the building. Diddy OC is here. Led Jess. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us.
How's
Let's
it
get
going?
started with our first topic of the evening. And this one is going to be an interesting one. We're going to get a little spicy here. If you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the tweet that was put out by Buck Nasty, which started off with back in the day, about a year ago, Reese, who is a member of the ECOMI team, selling one of his sub 41 serial numbered Ghostbusters logo. And because that was on the market, people were able to trace it back with a Mutable X and a Mutascan and find out Reese's wallet address. And from there, I'll just read the screenshots and give you the information that I set aside so you understand pretty much the basics of what's going on. So what he's saying here is that since that mint number that he was trying to sell, they can analyze IMX and cross-reference the owner of the Ghostbusters Gold logo mint at that time to find Reese's Layer 2 wallet. And it's also interesting that he's selling a sub 41 when they said those would never hit the market. But we're looking past that right now and getting to the wallet stuff. Moving further on, and you can catch this whole thread. The link is in the description. He says you can quickly see from his wallet that there was one recent mega transaction, 595 ETH, which is about $1.2 million at the time. And he's got it all right there for you. You have to do a little bit of your own research when it comes to the blockchain stuff to verify that it's true that what he's talking about, which takes a little bit of digging. But if you go through it all, you can see that he's verified it. Analyzing the wallet further, you can see the bulk of his ETH came from two exchanges, OKX and BitMax, and those are two exchanges that sold OMI. And then if you wanted to dive deeper, you can look into the Tether transactions from the wallet, and it ties to the aforementioned ETH wallet that they got from his IMX account. Going now to Crypto Bro, who chimed in on this. He tweeted this a while back, though, and it's going to tie in here in a second about how he came across information that suggests that the Reese Skellern employee was consistently using insider information to trade against other OMI investors. And I know this is information we've talked about before and people have heard before, but now we're getting a little bit more proof. So it's starting to become something that we might have to start talking about or worrying about. So he says here, for context, the pattern was for him to send out OMI on 2 to 3 days prior to a community announcement to set the sell orders to where he'll think it'll pump to. And then like clockwork on Newsday, people FOMO and he gets to sell. Also here it says that Crypto Bro wanted to add it that allegedly Reese sold over 1 billion tokens to Patrick Oblay. And if you don't know, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, if you don't know who Patrick Oblay or Hobbo is, that is Dr. Profit. And in response, Dr. Profit tweeted, and you may have seen this, the aforementioned information is manifestly incorrect and constitutes defamatory allegations against Reese. I hereby express my intent and preparedness to initiate legal proceedings. He said, I'm going to sue you, bro. Basically, he said, I'm going to sue you. And then also, I wanted to add that Buck Nasty says that he went in after he announced his investigation to the Telegram and noticed that Reese had deleted all of his mentions of buying OMI, and you can actually see the screenshots in that thread of that as well. And what's really interesting here, after all this came out, all of a sudden the ECOMI YouTube channel has deleted all of their videos. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm sure you guys are trying to figure out what's going on. I want to see what my fellow Fudders and Moon Boys on the panel think as well. I'm going to start up a poll to see what the chat thinks, and I'll start off with you, BE. Do you think that Reese committed a crime here?
I mean, I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like insider trading, right? Like he knows what's up, and then he gets people pumped on it, and then he makes his profit. It's disgusting, but we know it happens. This is the space where it happens, right? We know this stuff is happening. And if he did something illegal, I don't care when, sometime he's going to go to jail for it. If he did, I'm not saying he did, but if all that happened, it sounds like that's illegal. And as far as ECOMI, I mean, I just don't know what's going on. Removing those videos, I mean, it's not good. I mean, I know I've lost my money in it. I'm not expecting it to go to $10 or anything. So I've just assumed I've lost it all. So I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't sound good. Yeah, I don't think it's I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, but go ahead. I'll leave it to somebody else to answer.
Yeah, let's see what Mo thinks about it. What do you think, Mo?
I mean, I want to tread lightly. I'll try to avoid any subpoenas this week.
Right.
I'm a man of patterns, mainly checker, polka dots, plaid. No, humans are creatures of habit, right? And when you see the way that they paraded everybody around, especially when I first got into VeVe, right? And this is a lot of companies, but VeVe in particular, the way that they were, and then slowly but slowly, right? The patterns change. You know, the different people are on camera. You see more Alex, less Reese, less Dan, right? More people kind of get pushed behind the scenes, right? Forgotten about. And then, again, I don't want to say anything about illegal or insider information, but I do know that when I was doing some illegal shit and shit would pop off, the first thing you would do is, hi. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing that always comes to mind if you're doing some fucked up shit is hide the evidence. So if that's what's happening with videos being deleted, messages being deleted, right? I mean, you can't unring a bell. These things are already done.
Right.
So, you know, with all that being said, I mean, the history is out there on the blockchain, you know, receipts of screenshots and whatever. I'm sure like Internet Time Machine, whatever the hell that thing is called, can probably go back and scrub it too. Either way, I haven't trusted ECOMI / VeVe since shit. Gotta be a good over a year. Probably since the bot thing. When they let the bot run wild just to kind of inflate the market and make it seem like they were doing good, and they even bragged about how many users they had. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just all... They just need to focus on VeVe, get away from all this other bullshit. Stop worrying about ECOMI and crypto tokens or whatever, and just collect toys and move on. Because the rest of the stuff is just... It's stupid, man.
There you go, from an experienced criminal, apparently. One thing I will mention, though, is that...
All right, listen. No, hold on. Let me preface that. Low-level criminal
Allegedly.
shit, all right? I'm not talking...
In a video game,
like,
right?
listen,
In a video game.
in a video game. Right, yeah, you know.
okay,
You're
it's
out there,
GTA,
you know, you're
no
causing a
problem.
ruckus, but listen, no one ever got hurt.
No, but one thing I do need to mention, though, is that none of this is technically verified because I'm not a blockchain expert and I don't understand the information. If I really dug in and looked really hard, which I wanted to do today, but I had to take the car to the shop, blah, blah, blah. And I don't even necessarily know that I could have found out all the information I needed to literally verify it. So I don't technically say it's verified because I can't see it with my own eyes. I don't understand the data. So where do you stand on it, Captain Obvious, on what's going on with Reese and his wallets?
I don't know, and I don't care anymore.
There you go. That's a good answer.
Only because, truly, I mean, if you are into crypto, decentralization is what it's about, and I don't care what an individual's doing with their own money. I really don't. It's your business. Now, I do respect and appreciate and completely understand as the head of a company, your responsibility is completely different as an individual. So I don't know enough. I will say my very first stance is always to assume positive intent. I don't know what he's doing with his own personal stuff. I'm not saying that market manipulation isn't something that I would consider, because of course I would consider that, but I would also consider other things that we don't know about. So I'm not willing to just slap the gavel and say, you know, he's a loser and he's screwing up and he's doing something nefarious if I don't know for sure. It doesn't look good. The cleanup, certainly agree with BE, does not look good, but I'm still, jury's out. I'm still willing to entertain. There's lots of plausible, reasonable answer for why he did it. And the truth is, it's none of my business. So, and shout out to Kryptoni for my hat.
Yes.
Let's go. She's got the red O
Let's
hat
go.
on. I got the digital version myself, and you get airdrops for holding those. If you guys want a red O hat, talk to Kryptoni. But yeah, I agree with you. It's not technically verified because we don't know for sure what's going on, but I feel like at this point they need to come out and address it. And if they address it, they need to like show with proof and evidence that it's not what...
I think it's worth a conversation.
Yeah.
I do.
Yep, and I haven't heard from Reese in a long time, although I hear he did an interview recently from some YouTube channel that not a lot of us know about, so many people haven't seen it and had nothing to do with this. But besides that, you don't hear from him very often. Let's check the poll. The chat says, oh my, it is the Fudders chat. 64% say yes. They think Reese did commit a crime. It is the Fudders chat.
They're all behind bars. Holy shit.
Lock him up.
Now do another poll. Who's worse, Reese or Donald Trump? Go.
Oh, let's not go there.
Save that for Tuesdays.
We're going to need some specifics. We're going to have to mark that down in what category.
Sheesh, was getting real funny.
I'm just saying, you know.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is VeVe's drop system, their waitlist system, and all the stuff that's been going on with it. In particular, there's a couple of different things we want to talk about tonight when it comes to the drop system. If you don't remember or you didn't hear about the Adam Warlock drop that happened this weekend, a lot of people got their green trucks, and their green trucks showed them getting serial numbers that were under 41. A lot of people were freaking out, like, whoa, this is going to be worth a ton. One person even got serial number 1. That's when I knew you guys are not getting those for sure. Maybe 24 right. or something, but you're not getting number 1. And you can see that this person in particular, Bones Bonneville, had a pretty good response to it, said that mistakes are made and that's understandable, but gems were held for 24 hours, lost an edge on the market if you wanted to sell it. All I'm saying is customer satisfaction should be top priority for business owners. Plus, I'm hearing there's been different compensation for similar errors, which is true. Whenever they gave out sub 41s in the past, they took them away and then gave that person gems. Of course, these people were never given those NFTs first for them to take it back, so a little bit different situation there. And then also something that's going on with the drop system is if you've noticed, you probably got one of these notifications today that said order delivered, and what they were some late notifications from this weekend. So if you got 2 drops this weekend, you probably got 2 of those notifications, but you didn't get any new NFTs. And we noticed that one of the users in the community got like 8 of those notifications, and we started to put 2 and 2 together and realized that what people are starting to do is use multiple accounts on one phone to game the system a little bit and use their multiple accounts even if they're not KYC'd, since you can go for drops without KYC'd accounts. All on one device. So since it's 30 minutes to join the queue, that gives you plenty of time to join with one account, exit out, join with another account, and then when the drop starts, you have 15 minutes to purchase. So if any of those accounts are selected, you got plenty of time to buy. And people are worried that that's a new system that people are using to game the system. And Killian Harris even says himself that he uses 3 accounts. The only waitlist drop I got on one phone that sold out is the Stan Lee. And there's 1 hit on like 9 drops on 3 phones. Then his mom hit multiple drops on just 1 account, 1, 2, 3 times, but 9 times in a row. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that. I wanted to get the FUDDERS opinions on it, and I'm going to start up a poll to see what you guys think. Mo, are you okay with the way the waitlist system's been going? I know there's been a lot of errors. Are they unacceptable? Are you cool with it? Or do you think they should just abandon the waitlist altogether and go back to the old system?
Let me count the ways. So back in the day, before the waitlist system, I got no AF15, I got no walls, no golden moments, I got none of this. Now, since the post waitlist system, I've gotten the secret rare red logo, I've gotten Iron Man, and I got Stan Lee, and I got all sorts of crazy shit. So anyway, I actually do like the waitlist system. I also like the fact that I don't have to sit here and beat off on the screen of my phone at the stroke of 11 o'clock. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I never had a good phone, so I know I'm in New York, right? The mecca of getting good drops, but not with a Galaxy S7. I can assure you of that. Or even an S8 for that matter, because I did use my other one and still is bad. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the waitlist drop system. I just, again, what the hell is left to come out, right?
Yeah, it seems like
Captain America #1. I know.
Most people are okay with the waitlist system. Of course, the people who were hitting all the time and now they're not hitting as much are not okay with it. But also, B, what do you think about the whole idea that you're able to use these multiple accounts on one device and gain an edge on the drops?
See, that's the problem. Like, I don't care about the wait list. I think that's okay. We want our friends all over the world to be able to, to win. It's this idea of having these multiple accounts and, not having to KYC and waiting until you get it. That I don't like. That's what they have to fix to make it fair. And they can do it, right? They know what's going on. They have the IP addresses. They don't allow a VPN. So they know everything that's going on. I can't even believe in the past you couldn't do that, right? You couldn't log in from the same phone. You'd get kicked out. So I'm not even sure why it's allowed.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
when you have VeVe app multiple times on your phone, I don't know how you would do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't even log in from my phone and the website at the same time.
Right. So and I know Mo has said some stuff to me. Maybe VeVe's involved in some of these accounts. Maybe they're.
Hey.
Oh, I'm not.
Hey.
I didn't want to take your steam. Go for it. Go for it.
You see me, skeleton guy? No, you see me, skeleton? Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say nothing.
Trying to get you in trouble, bro. What about you, Captain Obvious? Do you like the waitlist?
I hate it.
Really?
I agree with BE that I am very happy that it's fair for everybody. I don't have a problem for that. It's just I have a problem with I'm not scoring them now. Or And this is so petty. This is so stupid. It is very stupid. But I don't like, since we're fudding, and I am a moon girl, and I love you, VeVe, and I am ride or die. But you were not selected, really? You couldn't find something nicer to say to me? You were not selected? You have to say that?
What's a good
Just
phrase
say
they
it
should
sold
use?
out. Huh?
What's a good phrase? I'm trying to think. What is a good phrase they should
I
tell
don't
us if
know,
we're not
but
selected? Maybe next
I
time.
know you weren't selected. It feels a little. I don't. Alita. I don't know. That's the wrong word too. I just don't like it.
Maybe like a sound effect, like wah wah wah
F-off would be better.
Right, you big loser.
You were selected. I don't know. I personally don't like it. I feel like they have a problem. They know they have a problem. And my only issue, and I never want to tell someone else how to run their business. I don't. There are so many things behind the scenes that we don't know about. It's easy to assume that they're doing something shady and they're doing something wrong. And the truth is they have an awful lot of people to answer to, an awful lot of layers to that onion that we don't know anything about. So I truly always give them the benefit of the doubt. But 4 times now, 5 times after that I wasn't selected, 15-minute weight drop, you go in, get the buy now button, preloaded gems, so it isn't because I didn't have any money, process it, and it never processes it. I think Superstar Money was stuck there for an hour or something the other day. It just keeps spinning. And then you think you get one. Buy now, you hit it, show us how to do it. It's so exciting. And then something went wrong. And they know that it's a problem. I would rather them fix it and then continuing to move forward with a flawed system. But I mean, that's just me being pissy because I lost. That's why I'm perfectly honest about it. But I don't like it.
You guys think there's a bunch of them at the office? They're all sitting around in a big room somewhere at VeVe or ECOMI. And they're like, yo, look at this asshole. Hour and a half. He's still in the queue waiting. Yo, I got $20 on this. Guy waits 4 hours for this shit.
Probably.
Well, I think what they're not doing is sitting around
guarantee
saying,
they're
how
sitting
can we
around.
fuck everybody over? They're not doing
That's true.
that. I mean, I really don't believe that they would ever
No,
do
they do that while they're
and
walking
that's
around.
what everyone
Yeah,
is.
Right,
What
but
everyone
they're not-
assumed.
Yeah.
But they
I
aren't
believe
fixing
that.
problems or at least acknowledging the problem. Hey, we know it's a problem. We're working on it. There's no way they don't know. I you know, everyone's telling them. And it's almost like the money that we're getting in the flow, we don't want to break up the flow to fix it. And I know that's incorrect. I know they're trying to fix it. I know they know it's a problem. Just from this end, it feels like crap. I don't like it.
Yeah, and I can see some people in the chat feel the same way as you. Roger says, waitlist is good for me, but it's implemented fully fair, if it's implemented fully fair. And I feel like they've done a really good job at the initial drop, the initial waitlist drop. It's the rebounds that are super buggy, but then again, they are sending out the wrong serial numbers on the green truck. So they just got a lot of bugginess they have to deal with. Big A says he had 90% success before the waitlist and only 20% now. Bro, if you were hitting 90% of the drops, you need to chill. You need a waitlist. That's too many. I ain't even hitting that many, and I got all the gates. Flo says IP are hidden by proxies. Let's see. We got Dr. Strange in the chat. What's up, Dr. Strange? He's going to be having a cool
Happy
live stream
birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
sure you guys are
Big
around
birthday.
for that. I got a graphic to show you at the end about it. Big A says the frowny sign, the frowny face that they give you whenever you don't get the drop. He says, and you weren't selected, it feels like they're just rubbing it in. Yeah, I made a tweet about that the other day, and
It
I
kinda
switched it to
does.
some crying emojis and a clown emoji instead of the little sad face, because the sad face is, I don't know, that's kind of feels like you're teasing me. Skateboard says, I feel like VeVe can use the same process to help people get their stuff back when they sell their NFTs for like $1 when they make errors. Well, the thing with those guys is the ones during the Adam Warlock didn't actually get that NFT sent to them. They just got the green truck. And then 24 hours later, they finally got their delivery, and it was just a regular serial number or a 3-digit. But at least they still got something.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I feel like
they
they
should have
could've
given
got a
it to
little
them
bit.
for free. They should have just given it to them for free. They were or give them
like
the
that.
lower mint and give them their money back. I
like
mean,
that idea.
that's what they did before. They need to do something if they're going to do that, and to make you wait when you couldn't, dump it. If that's what your game is, to dump it right away, then that's not fair. And the problem with the VeVe team is they're not listening to the people, right? Like we talk about Cryptoys, how they listen to the people and they actually do stuff. VeVe doesn't do that. And I know they're bigger and, been here longer, but they really need to start listening to us.
Yeah, I agree. And
We're
if they-
assuming that they don't because they don't fix our problems in the time period that we want them to, but you know
Sure.
that they are. I want to know why there's 60 people listening here and we have 2 likes. So you guys need to smash the like button like BE
It's
smashed
FUDDERS.
Shelby
They're all
Cobra a
hitting-
couple of weeks ago on their honeymoon.
You know,
Whoa,
Captain Obvious. You know, hey,
And you better just keep
You know,
smashing it because we know that's what he's doing.
Oh no! And she just commented on something else. All right, let's see.
Okay, yeah.
yeah. Well, I did have something I wanted to. I did have something I wanted to say because I normally agree with most of our guests. I actually take umbrage. I take umbrage to what you just said here. How much time can we reasonably give somebody to stop fucking up? I mean, let's be real, right? I've been in VeVe alone for what, 2 years? Like what's a good time period to give people to stop fucking up, to stop lying to us, to stop screwing us over, to stop telling us they understand, but they really don't, and they're scrambling trying to figure it out in the back end? What is the correct time period? Because that's what I struggle with. Because I'm with you. Like, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, you know what? They're new. You know what? They're new. 2 years? 1/50th of my lifetime, if I even can make it that far as a skeleton. You know what I'm saying? Like, how crazy are we going to get? Like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's like they've had enough, way more than enough time.
I mean, you
I
can
don't
look
know.
at-
Ethereum was how many years behind on an update they were supposed to do? We're in brand new technology. We have a brand new.
That's why
internet,
Ethereum
a
got
brand new
destroyed. That's why Ethereum got
It's number
destroyed.
two,
Got taken
though.
over by
I mean-
Polygon and
It's still
Solana.
big.
Yeah, but no, it's you know,
It
what I'm saying?
didn't
No
get
one's really
taken
going
over
with
by
Ethereum.
Solana, which I own. So, I think that
No gaming
It's
projects are
brand
going
new.
to Ethereum.
Even
They're going to
any-
Matic.
any IT people, they never make their deadlines. They just don't. So I don't know. I'm going to give them a lot more grace than you, but I mean, I do agree that, you know, we want some sort. They were great with the updates, and then everybody started smashing them in the nuts about not making the deadline. So now they just don't tell you crap.
That's exactly right.
Well, it's because they
I
dropped the
don't necessarily
ball.
Like it.
If they drop the ball over and over again, if you pass the ball to Jordan to hit the game-winning shot 20 times in a row and you miss the fucking shot, you stop passing him the ball. Like,
We
that's
still
what I'm
have two
saying. Like,
likes.
we let VeVe off the hook. We let VeVe off the hook all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I agree. I think they need to be. I don't know what the right timeline is, but it feels like we've given them enough time, and they're proving us wrong every time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I always say they need to expand the team to some better developers, but we've seen their job listings before. They're outsourcing to the cheapest place in the world to get developers, and you're going to get what you pay for. But they did create a pretty good waitlist system. If they can get all the bugs out, I do think their waitlist system is better than anybody else's. And here's another thing: you got a point of reference that you gotta make when you're talking about them compared to other platforms. How come none of these other platforms can even make an app? VeVe has an app, and that's a big advantage. Nobody else can. DC Palm's been talking about an app for a long time. Cryptoids doesn't have an app. I mean, look at NBA Top Shot's been around longer than VeVe. They don't even have an app yet, and they said they were going to have an app. So you got to give them a little bit of credit there, because that's a big advantage that they have, and for some reason, they're the only one that seems to be able to pull it out, besides Quid.
You know, do you know why you don't need an app? I'm going to get technical with you for a second. Do you know why most websites or most apps don't need an app, an actual app in like iOS or anything?
Why?
Because with responsive web design, you don't need an app. It's a waste of resources. It's a drain on time.
Are you saying
now
people are
again,
going to
there
use
might
their
be
browser on their phone? Nobody uses the browser on their phone.
You can
but you
open the
get-
browser on the phone, like so. Photo
get
Finish
better-
for Photo Finish, for example. Photo Finish, for example, you open it up on your phone. It basically responsive web design turns it into an app. So if I create an icon and put it on my desktop of my phone, and I hit that, it's like I'm opening an app I downloaded from iOS. There's no difference, except the fact that in my brain, I know I didn't go download an app, right? So you can say, oh, open in a web browser, but with responsive web design, if you actually code HTML and you understand this shit, you'll understand that there's a reason why most places don't have to go down that road.
Yeah, but you get higher adoption with the app, right? Like you've got
Definitely.
people are trained
Correct.
to go download an app.
Correct.
And that's the key.
That
right?
is correct.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the time, money, and resources to do this shit right now, that is a waste and a drain on
If
important
you're carrying
time
around a
stuff like
Samsung
Palm.
7,
You're right.
Yeah, well, hey, I work. Hey, listen, I work from home. I don't need to leave the fucking house, so you know I can actually have a first Apple phone ever came out. So I'm just saying, you know, like I think that a lot of people just when they're uneducated on certain things, like it's very, very easy to kind of get carried away. Well, this is easy and that's easy and this is
we're
easy.
creatures of habit
It's
for
bullshit.
sure. Yeah.
Well, we are creatures of habit, 100%.
Yep. Shout out to all the homies in the chat. The biggest bro is here. I see Woody is here. VeVe Will says, you think they were all drunk at the after party when they decided it will not step on the feelings of the evil? Hey, we'll get to that, bro. We're not there yet. It's on the list. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Denny OC says that Top Shot now finally actually does have an app. So apparently I misspoke. It only took them 3 years. They do, in fact, have an app. Let's move on to our next topic. Oh, actually, let me check the poll here. It's a pretty even poll. 57% of the chat say no, VeVe should not abandon the waitlist. And that's usually what I get whenever I do polls about the waitlist. The majority of people like them. All right, moving out to the cash out system. What I wanted to talk about when it came to the VeVe cash outs is the fact that they're still charging us 10%. Originally, they were using Wire as their payment processor, and a lot of people said the reason that we had to pay 10% is because of the processor Wire. But now we're on a new payment processor, and that's a word that I can't pronounce, Nyum or something, and we still got to pay 10%. And of course, if you're a DC Palm collector, you know that they just implemented cash out, and their withdrawal fee is $10. And then if you look out the cash out fees on a lot of other platforms, NBA Top Shot is $25, Recur is $25 when it used to exist. I don't know, maybe it's still around. Hero, I think, is $25 as well. But VeVe's got that 10% cash out fee. It feels a little greedy to me, but maybe there are reasons behind it. I know me and BE were talking about it a little bit before the stream started. And we'll see what Captain Obvious thinks about it as well. She's our guest. We usually go on our third topic to our guest first. I want to see what you think about the cash out, the 10% fee compared to all these other platforms charging 10 or 20 bucks. Is that upsetting to you?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't like the 10% part. I don't, but I've never cashed out, and I don't plan on cashing out for a while. So I'm probably not the right person to, although I should, because when I've sold a couple of things and I made a decent profit on the two things that I did sell, and then I turned around and bought some bullshit with it.
We all do that.
I'm gonna buy a Todd. I'm gonna buy a Todd. I have enough money to buy a Todd.
You got to take profits at some point. That was my whole mistake. Although I did take a little bit, but when there was that really, really bull market, we all wish we would have took profits back then. Even if we didn't spend the gems, that was the time to cash out. So I don't know. Don't be like I'm holding forever. I did the well symbol for you though, because you got them diamond hands. But every once in a while, when the pump comes and you make a lot of money on something, take a little bit of profit. Get your original investment back. Of course, that's not financial advice, so don't listen to me. But
I think it's hard to calculate. By the time you say you think you're buying a collectible for $40, and then you've got the extra 30% from Apple Pay if you're doing that, and then you've got the fees, and then you're going to sell it and you've got fees. You know, when you're looking as an investor, I want a 20% profit or 50% or 100% profit. You know, we're looking at I bought for 40, I sold for 400. We're not looking at I bought for 40, but it cost me an extra 30%. So I bought for 53, and then I bought for, and then what it costs to sell it. That's really why I'm not cashing out until they work all of this out, because I'm not actually sure how much I'm in, how much I'm out by the time they get it all worked out. I think DC Palm put them on alert, and they set the bar pretty high. I think that's incredible.
Yeah, I hope it nudges VeVe to bring the fee down. And I think they've talked before that they might bring it down. But not only do you have to pay the market fee whenever you sell something, then you got to pay the cash out fee too. So you're getting hit twice on that one. BE, what do you think about the cash out fee, the fact that they're charging 10% and everybody else is charging 10 to 20?
But yeah, we were talking about it, and right off the bat, if it's a Marvel thing, you're talking 18.5% from when you sell it, and then that fee, and then I just saw somebody said about taxes. What he said about there's a lot of stuff on there. And I've talked about this in the past. One of the things they messed up on is this whole Google Apple, that 30%, Captain Obvious was talking about, they get charged that. And for me, it doesn't get passed on to everyone. I know if you're in certain countries, it does get passed on to you. They really need to have everyone go on the app and buy the gems, because if they do that, and they will get rid of this issue, and they can get rid of that 10%. I think that 10% is to make up not only for that 30%, but for all the scamming that went on. Are you okay there? All the scamming that went on with the
skeleton in distress.
Wow.
Skeleton in distress.
Okay. He'll make it through this. But yeah, anyways, I think we should be buying our gems through the app, which is going to make them not lose 30% on every purchase. That's what they're paying that. And so that's screwing up everything. And then they're passing this 10% fee on us. Once they get rid of that, there should be a $10, $25 fee, a minimum amount. It shouldn't be a problem.
And you mean the web app, right? That you want them to
Yeah,
buy
you
the
got
gems on their
the
web
web
app
app.
and not the mobile app, because the mobile app you're paying that Apple fee. So
Your Apple or the Google, right? So
Almost-
you have to go to but I think that's okay. I think they should either incentivize people to go there, give you bonus gems or bonus things for doing it, and get people off the stupid Google and Apple Play Store or Apple App Store, because that's costing us money with these cash outs. So
To clarify, you need $500 to cash out. Is that right?
the minimum 500.
didn't they change it? It is 500. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can cash out.
It was
100.
1,000,
Yep.
and then it's 500.
Yep. And they had brought it
Okay.
down to 100 right before they lost.
Someone in the
Wire, I
chat was
believe.
asking.
Yeah.
C-Spill was asking.
What's up, Kid Arcades in the chat as well? What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, we're talking about the cash out and the fact that you have to pay 10% over there on VeVe. Mo, what do you think about it?
I'm still thinking about friggin' VE when he's like, the Google. Like, you want the Google?
The Google
Get off
box.
the Google! What are you doing? You built the fish. No, I'm actually the Captain Obvious. I hold everything to the bottom. Well, maybe you should hold everything to the bottom, but I don't cash out. I actually just, funny we talking about this, I actually just made profit for the first time ever on VeVe yesterday. I was hanging out with VE, bullshitting. I'm like, you know what? Man, you know what? Screw this Iron Man. 175, 180-ish. I'm mad at this bitch. And I threw it up. I took the profits. I bought myself a purple Lambo. I bought a flying DeLorean. And I'm still sitting on profit, baby. So when I start renting these things out to my girlfriend who's down at Disney, she's like, babe, can I have that flying DeLorean for the Universal ride? I'm going to be like, what do I get out of it? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring back a keychain. How about something a little better this time? You know what I mean? No, but no, I think taking some profits. I'm not really worried about cashing out on any platform. If you're worried about cashing out, you're probably in the wrong market. Just go play a money market. I'm here to collect shit I like long term. I like scarcity in some aspects, especially my girl America Chavez. And shout out to Fro Comey, America. And yeah, America.
He likes that long neck.
And you got to give a little bit of credit
Crap.
to VeVe on the cash out system, their new payment processor, because they made a smart move as rolling it out the way they did. A little bit of people at the time, because if they would have gave it to everybody all at the same time, which is what we probably wanted, it would probably have crashed the market. Because the way they're doing it now, we haven't really seen a whole lot of effect on it. I'll try to start the poll there, but my chat crashed. We'll see if it comes back up for you. If not, we might not. Yeah, we won't have a poll on this one. But you see
That's
what the
weird.
poll
You're
was.
normally pretty good at working the poll.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Sorry, guys. I don't know what he's talking about. That's
Just ask the Google box. That's what I said.
Just ask the Google box, like everybody else.
Right.
All right, let's
Ask the
move on to the
Google.
next topic, y'all. The next topic are the secret drops.
Ken Vault
Way too high for this
worked
shit.
the poll.
Oh, hey, that is not the topic, my friend. All right, no, we're talking about.
There are
the
still
secret
2 likes.
drops.
What the hell?
You have
Bot
to-
override. Bot override.
Captain Obvious, you have to
Right.
refresh for your likes to change. It'll always say 2 for you, no matter who.
Oh,
it's
shit.
like. But that's all right. Keep shilling them likes. That's why I didn't say anything the
You
first
don't
time.
invite, that's why you don't invite the noob on the show, right? Oh, crap.
I wanted to mention those secret drops that we had this weekend. There were 2 drops that were made unannounced. Nobody knew they were coming, and then out of nowhere, they dropped them during Comic-Con. It was the Venom comic, and then it was Avengers number 52. And a lot of people liked it. I actually did a poll on Twitter about how people felt about having the secret drops, and it was really close. 51% said yes, 40% said no, 7.6% said what's a VeVe. I don't know who those people are. Trolls, of course. And there were some people that say that threatening to sell, they are threatening to sell everything because they didn't know about the drop. They're really upset about it. You got Rita here who said didn't get one but loved the fact that they did it. And Jester says it's totally unfair and total racket, who just lives on the app all day and can wait for the drop to pop up out of nowhere. The only problem I had with it, I personally liked the secret drops, but we talked about this a long time ago when they did secret drops. We feel like secret drops should always be secret rares because they're secret drops. And maybe only the secret rares on the entire app should be drops that were unannounced, because that's what the word secret means. And people were actually upset that they were doing secret rare drops and announcing them before the drop, but now it happens all the time. One of our homies, though, Mr. V, who's been on the FUDDERS channel before, him in particular, he would seem to be very upset about the secret drops, and he's even been talking about selling his entire account. Even a few hours ago, he had listed some of his stuff for sale, and he's a big-time collector as well. Like I said, he's been on FUDDERS before, and he's also upset about the things we went over on our first topic, the Buck Nasty tweet, and he says he's not buying OMI anymore. I know, BE, you talked to Mr. V a little bit right before we started in DMs, so I'm going to send it over to you first, and this is going to be our poll for the topic. So, BE, what did Mr. V have to say about that? Is it the secret drops that is really what got him upset?
Yeah, I think he wasn't happy about the secret drops, but he hasn't been happy about the new drop system. He's getting trash drops, is what is what he told me. And then he's like, there aren't that many people that are interested in the mints he has, and so they know that he's looking for these mints, so they're fleecing him. But there's also not much interest in the market for a lot of the the 1, 2, 3s and all those types of things. So it's just people trying to fleece a few people like him who are actually trying to collect, and he's getting fed up with it. I understand that people selling, they want to make as much money as possible, but to sell the stuff, you do have to work with the people who are actually buying it. So it's just overall upset. And all of us, we get emotionally involved in what we're doing, collecting and buying and selling, and he's just furious. And I get it. It's truly upsetting. I got lucky and I got those secret drops. I got super lucky, and I could see why people would be upset. It's not exactly the most fair system in that situation. And I do think they should be secret rares too. I think if you're gonna have a secret drop, have a secret rare. Oh, whoa, what's going on there, Mo?
Secret Mo. What's up, Mo?
Secret Mo.
You already down there? Do you like these secret drops?
Apparently, I was trying to expose myself here live on FUDDERS. Yeah,
Please don't.
that was awkward.
Don't show us your bones. But Mo, how do you feel about the secret drops? Do you like them, or do you wish that they didn't do drops unannounced like that?
Well, now I just feel like a dick because I derailed B. Sorry, B.
Oh no, you're good. Go.
Actually, I don't really mind them, but I think it's kind of funny that we talk about a lot of like VeVe Twitter conversations or other content creators. It's weird that we could always correlate it to some shit that happens in like preschool or kindergarten. Like, I didn't get my toy. He got a toy, but it's always like some weird ass whiny shit. You know what I mean? And listen, I get it. All right, you didn't get it. Listen, in my world, you get what you get. You don't get upset. All right, and if you're okay with that on a daily basis, you'll sleep better at night. So I don't know. If you get the drops, good for you. If not, better luck next time.
I can't believe you almost said my saying that I tell my kid all the time. You got halfway there. It's you get what you get, but you don't throw a fit. That's what it's supposed to be. Shout out to HPT Boy with the super chat and the Fudder stream. Appreciate you, my man. He says the secret drops.
My dad told me.
That's not what they told me. That's what I tell my kid. HPT said, you got everything, didn't you? The secret drops were for people at Comic-Con. Good way to onboard new people. I thought everyone wants more users. Yes, 100%. I agree with that. And I think the problem with the secret drops, the fact that they were for the Comic-Con people, is that that's not who got them, especially on the second one. If they wanted it to be just for the Comic-Con people, and I don't know how they would do it. I guess it would be impossible because people watch the app 24/7, but somehow make sure nobody else knows about it. Now, the girl that works for Marvel, who was interviewing VeVe the entire time, she did tweet before both drops, and I saw those tweets before the drops happened, so we had a little bit of a hint that they were coming. If they were just for the Comic-Con people, maybe they shouldn't have done that. Captain Obvious, what do you think about the secret drops? Are you cool with them, or do you not like those?
I was mad as hell till I got one.
There you go. Let's go.
I was pissed about the first one. I was pissed. Like, what do you mean there's a drop? And I do think that truly some of the genuine comic collectors that are here, we're all here, for different reasons. We all overlap each other. But the ones that are truly the true comic collectors, the ones that I take my investment advice from, are upset. This is a comic that they collect in real world. They have a physical comic. I know Dr. Strange was saying this himself as well, that they looked forward to it. The cute little girl on Twitter, Biscuits, she was saying the same thing. She owns this in real life and then has an opportunity to drop it. And now she's not going to have an opportunity because it's, this collector's app where we can all collect things. Occasionally there's an elitist drop that, gets everybody a little butt hurt. I was one of them just because of FOMO. I wanted it. And I didn't get it, but I will say, because I do support Vault's channel and I follow him on Discord, I got a bzz, and it said live. He alerted us, and I immediately screamed and ran to my phone, and I did get the Avengers comic. So thank you, Vault, for the heads up. And then of course I'm all happy again. So I think I'm like everybody else. Nobody wants to get overlooked. Nobody wants to get not selected. Nobody wants to miss out on something special. We all want to be a part of the secret society and feel like we're more important, or that we have something someone else doesn't have. That's part of the flex. I have a gold this, I have from the mint numbers to from scarcity, it all matters. We're all collecting for a different reason, but I do I feel bad for the physical comics that really wanted that Venom comic. I feel bad for them, and I don't know. Maybe there's a way down the line to drop the uncommon down, as a drop. We don't know what VeVe has to. So in the same school of assuming positive intent, they may have something down the pike that rewards the people that have been faithful and ride or die and didn't get to spend thousands of dollars to go to Comic-Con and be part of something. So I didn't like it. I didn't get the first one. I got the second one, so I liked it. So
You're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. And I do, but genuinely feel bad for, I don't feel bad about missing the first one. I got butthurt about it, but I genuinely feel bad for the real world collectors that wanted that digital to match it. And now it's $300 and they really don't feel like they have an opportunity. That's my only, that part wasn't handled well, but I also don't have a solution that I think would be better. When someone comes to me with a problem, the first thing is do you have what's your suggestion for a solution? Because we should put ourselves in their position, and I don't, I'm offering an opinion, but I don't have a solution. So
well, the only suggestion for the solution would be not to have any more secret drops. Which one would you go with?
Yeah, and I don't want that either.
You like the secret drops? Yeah, I want to keep having secret drops.
I just want to have my notifications on Discord.
Right. Just as long as you got your notifications on and you know about it. Yeah. And that's why I didn't mind that second one either, because I knew about it and I had a chance. Even though I didn't get it, at least I was there and I had a chance. If I didn't even hear about it until like an hour later, I might have been a little bit more upset about it. And there's VeVe Darklink in the chat. He was at Comic-Con going for those, and he got neither one of the secret drops.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And these people spend a lot of money to go there. Of course, they got.
I mean, do you think
that's not okay?
That's not cool. Now, do you think they're going to drop the people?
I'm not giving you mine, but.
Right. Do you think they'll drop us one? Maybe we'll get a drop. Maybe because we own these secret drops, we'll get the next one. I don't know. Maybe. What do you think?
That sounds like something DC Palm would do, not VeVe. I could be wrong, though. Kid Arcade says it's still under 200. If people really want it, they can go grab one. That's true. I sold one of mine, but I'm still holding one. Choo Choo says, how about all of the non-new users who got the Marvel Mighty comic? I mean, that was actually, if you guys don't know about the Fantastic Four comic that came out this weekend, that's the one that you could only get with a promo code. There was no live drop at all. And apparently you had to be a completely new user to get that the card for that promo code. So I think that's a good way to onboard new users. Hopefully those people know what they have, because if there's only 1,000 total, how many are actually going to use their promo code? Probably 25% or less. So that's going to be super scarce and worth a lot. And if you're a new user, that's a good way to start your collection right there. So I personally like the way they did the Fantastic Four comic. Louis says, I was at Comic-Con and didn't had time to hang out with VeVe that much. So much stuff was happening at the con. You went to Comic-Con and you didn't have enough time to go to the VeVe booth. You were doing other stuff. What is going on at Comic-Con? You're like a VeVe collector. That would be the first place I went to. All right. Let me check the poll. It says 51% of the chat says yes, they like the unannounced secret drops. 32% of the chat say no. So I'm guessing about 51% of the chat got one of those secret drops, because it seems like when I asked about it, everyone was like, I like it if I got it. If I didn't get it, I don't like it. All right, let's move on to our last.
At least they're honest, though. I mean, I appreciate an honest opinion. I'd rather hear an uncomfortable truth than somebody saying, no, I wasn't upset when I know you fucking were. So.
True.
I respect you for saying I didn't like it because I didn't get it, or the next day that they can change their mind, because emotions are fleeting and
absolutely
opinions are.
I agree, 100%. And speaking of emotions, I hear that Captain Obvious might be getting a little bit emotional on the next topic. We're going to be talking about the gold logo and the things that the gold logo holders received, and that was these 3 Ron English NFTs. So at the Comic-Con at San Diego last weekend, they had an after party. I think it was on Saturday night. And anybody who attended the after party, which I believe was invite only, and owned a gold logo, was able to get 2 promo cards for 2 of these NFTs, which are now selling for thousands. And some people are upset about that. Some people who held those Ron English sets are upset about it. James here, Leosi had a good comment about it. He said he was wondering if he should abandon MCP altogether and just start buying the gold logos, because it seems like the gold logos are the ones that get the most rewards. Of course, you would have to attend the live events to get those rewards, but I see what he's saying here. And of course, there's some set holders of the Ron English sets, like Mr. Grip, who says He had the full set since day one with the hopes of this airdrop in particular, and the logo holders got it. Not happy. Janoy says, I've held this set since day one also, nothing for the holders. Whose idea was this? And then Martin also had the set and did not get rewarded. So I want to bring it over to Captain Obvious first on this one, because I know she is also a Ron English set holder, and I'm going to start up our poll for this topic. Captain Obvious, what do you think about the gold logo holders getting those, I won't even call them airdrops, but promo codes?
I think this goes beyond FOMO. I'm a little pissed about it, and I'm a moon girl, but I'm a little pissed about it. Give them a gold statue freaking VeVe logo. What is Ron English? What is the collectible that I bought 6 of them to be able to complete my thing? I didn't buy 2. It wasn't a 1 set. I bought 6 of them from an artist that I care about. I genuinely like his art. I collect as much art as I do anything else. I've comics, collectibles, art. Why would you? And I know they have their reasons, so I'm questioning people that are, in a position to know more than I do. But from my perspective, I don't understand why you're going to give a gold piece that completes or goes with a collection that has nothing to do with that. Like, make up a gold statue make up a gold Comic-Con statue or something. Right. Why give it something that matches some stuff that I have? And I'm hopeful. There are 2 outfits. There's the suit monkey, and then there's the Ronald McDonald monkey. So maybe there's another gold thing that Ron has for the VeVe users that we don't know about. So I'm always reluctant to blow my stack and be super critical, and then I have to, eat my words later. But it didn't make sense to me. I didn't like it, and even if it was worth $20, it is worth $1,000. But if it was worth 20, I wouldn't like it. So I don't understand the choice. Why a Ron English collectible that matches a set to give to you that I'm now not going to have an opportunity to get? I can buy it for $1,000, but what was the point of me buying 6 of them? And it's because I love it. I know that, but he is one of the more generous artists that does tend to, put a little on top. Matt Gondek is the same way. He's rewarded people for holding his sets, and I know a lot of people do, and he's one of them. I would have bought all 6 of them if they had said there'll never be an airdrop in the future. So I own it, whether I get something for free or whether I don't. But I'm disappointed. My first reaction was pissed. Then now I'm disappointed, and I don't know. And I'm still going to believe that there's a solution, that there's probably a solution we don't know about. There'll be a surprise. They do want to keep us happy, and you can't keep everybody happy. So I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I know Ron English, like you said, has done a lot of airdrops in the past, and the biggest bro was pointing out about the Gold Tricks Rabbit. I think the Gold Tricks Rabbit and Yucky Charmer were airdrops for set holders, and then there was the Frankenfat. The Gold Frankenfat was given out to gold logo holders at the last DesignerCon and Comic-Con event. So they had done this before with the Ron English piece, but this time they did all 3 of them. And like you said, maybe there'll be a different one. I see C-Spill says maybe there'll be a platinum edition. So BE, what do you think about their choice of giving all these gold logo holders, which they hand-picked, which kind of spits in my eye, because I don't see why other people didn't get gold logos and can't be benefited like this, getting these Ron English airdrops?
Yeah, I mean, so we know in the past, like we said here, that he's given out, if you've owned a set, you've gotten something for it. So a lot of people did kind of think, if I put together the set, most likely I'm going to get it. And maybe there is something, but it is a little upsetting, because why did they choose that to give out?
Yes.
It would have been smart. It would have been smart to have like a San Diego Comic-Con logo. That would have been cool to have. But now they've given these out. So if you wanted them, now do we know that they actually gave everyone out? Do we know that? And do we know what the total?
No, actually the fact is all the gold holders got 2 each, and I heard the same thing that Luis just said in the chat, that David, you and Dan had big stacks of these cards, and they didn't give them all out. And you got DesignerCon coming up, you got New York Comic-Con coming up, so more of these are going to be given out, but you're going to have a gold logo to get one and be at the live event, I would assume. Yeah,
so I mean, I just think with his stuff, especially the people that just love his stuff, right? Like they should be rewarded for doing it, especially the art. Like, I know that's not all about money, but people, especially if you get them on the drop, you're going to actually probably lose some gems on most of them. I mean, I like the drop. I actually got the last mint of the secret rare, the 666. So
Oh,
I love his
nice.
stuff. But you know, for the people who have every one, I mean, you really do. I think if you have all 6, you should get something. And I bet you Ron English feels that way. So maybe he has something special set up. But yeah, I think it's kind of crummy. Although we did know that if you had the gold logo, you were going to get some stuff for it. So I think that's cool. I just think they probably should have given something else that wasn't connected to what people bought.
Absolutely. I really like your guys' idea of giving them a gold, either Comic-Con something, or what about like a gold David Yu? Although I would be really more jealous about that than these Ron English ones personally. Maybe a gold.
Well,
right,
what does
gold
that
English,
round
nobody
table
wants
look
that.
like? We're all sitting around and we're saying, hey, we promised them some utility for this gold logo. What can we do? Okay, well, let's airdrop them something. That's great. Let's airdrop them a gold piece. That's great. Let's drop them a gold piece, the collection holder. We're going to screw that. Well, let's not do to the people that hold the whole collection. Let's give them to the gold things. Like, I don't know where that decision came from. And if it's Ron English's decision, I fully support you. And I think you're incredible.
Maybe Ron is just a nice guy and he doesn't mind designing
That's
new
true.
NFTs.
That's true. And maybe
airdrop.
there's 2 and we're all bitching and then, later this doesn't age well. So I am trying to tread carefully, but.
And I think David, you and Ron are close, so maybe he just calls him up whenever he needs an airdrop. Who knows? Mo, what do you think about what's going on with the gold logo holders getting these Ron English NFTs?
Like Captain Obvious said, I also try not to blow my I also try not to blow my stack. That could be messy. But if there is one thing to learn from all this, you basically want to go to every in-person convention and pucker up. If you want to get the good stuff, you pucker up. All right. So outside of that, if you want, a company that rewards their holders, I don't know, maybe check out HRO. If you want to buy Batman for the 14th time. But if you like pre-announced drops and stuff like that, VeVe's cool. But I just again, picking up things you like, go along the way. If you're expecting all these little treats and rewards with VeVe, I think you're gonna be severely underwhelmed.
Unless you pucker up, like you said, if you're doing enough puckering, you're going to get, well, actually, I feel like they reward a lot of the whales too, and maybe that's the way it should be. It's probably not a bad idea to reward your whales because you want them to keep spending.
Right.
Checking out the poll in the chat, 82% of this chat does not own a gold VeVe logo. We're the lower class in here, but we got 13% of whales who are logo holders. Shout out to those 13%. Thanks for hanging out with us. And 5% don't even know. Check your account. How do you not know if you own a gold logo? All right, let's move on. I want to talk about all the drops that are coming up this week because we got a lot of them. At the end of the FUDDERS live stream, we always go around the panel and ask one particular thing that you're most excited for coming up this week in the world of NFTs. And one, of course, that you probably heard about today is the Todd McFarlane Batman drop that's on the 27th, so a few days from now, Thursday maybe. And we just got the edition sizes. There's less than 2,000 total mints, and you can see they got some one-of-ones there. And they have a little bit of an allocation that not everybody's happy with. Maybe I'm the only one who's unhappy with. I don't know. But the top 10 players get up to 5. The top 100 get up to 3 collectibles each. And players with over 5,000 XP get 2 each. And then us Bat Cow holders, that's where I'll be in there. We get 1 each, and we get the 10% discount. I'll ask you guys whenever we go around what you guys think about it. Actually, let me go ahead and do that right now. Captain Obvious, are you planning on minting the McFarlane Batman?
I would love to try. I've heard it's rather complicated, but I have a ledger and a MetaMask and all of that, so I think I'll try it. Why not? Now, what I hear is this could be wrong, that McFarlane stuff is so unbelievably detailed and so unbelievably crisp that the pixels are ridiculous. Like, oh, that's why you can't open it on your phone. You have to do it on the computer or something. I'm sorry that I don't know. I'm probably misquoting that, but
I'm not sure. I don't think they have
his stuff is supposed to be like beautiful,
It is
like
really nice.
so beautiful that you can't open it on your phone even. So yes, I want one of those.
Me too. Bo, are you going for that drop?
Yeah, I will be going for that drop on the back hell. Why the hell not, brother? I'm also really pissed, just like you. I'm pissed at myself that when they were doing that stupid deal, it's like, oh, buy $100 worth of physical toys and get 5 free NFTs. Why didn't I do it? I'm out here, buying stupid, X-Men number 716 for no fucking reason on VeVe. But I probably should have bought some McFarlane toys, and I would have had the XP and got the free stuff and the mint and the 20% off and all this good stuff. So I'm more pissed at myself than anything else, which is again why we do things like Nike, why we get involved in projects like this early and just hold it, because you never know, man.
I think McFarlane's getting accused of being elitist because you have to be a holder to get access. And I think the opposite. I think that loyalty should be rewarded and that you are
100%.
Putting up with a lot of stuff. Even with VeVe, even with all of it, it's so early. I expect some glitches. So I appreciate the fact that he found a way to reward the loyal people who've been, constantly supporting him when so many people don't even know what this stuff is. So
yeah, I even saw my buddy Sergio Collects tweeted about how McFarlane is
your
bringing...
buddy.
Okay, maybe not my buddy. That was a bit of a lie. But he did tweet about how they're showing VeVe up with their MCP because they're doing their own MCP already and it's so early.
They really are.
Do you plan on going for that McFarlane drop?
I will try. I do not have a back cow, so I'm not assuming I'm going to get it. By the way, I see Paul Barron Network in here if you want to read that.
Yeah, I was going to read that next. I wanted to get
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, definitely I'm going to try, but I'm not going to get it. I'm pretty sure I won't. So.
Oh, if you don't have a back cow, if you had a back cow, that would help. We always told you to get one, but I slept on getting the spawn, or I would have some XP and I'd be getting 2 or 3 of them. Shout out to Paul Barron Network in the chat says, imagine walking into a Toys R Us, if they still existed, and in order to shop, you have to leave all your cash at the door, and when you leave, they ask for 10% of all your cash for the services of holding your cash. Oh, yeah.
Not a bad analogy.
It's a good analogy, yeah.
And I don't like it that way either. But this is new technology, and they are digital collectibles, not physical collectibles. So I guess different rules apply. And we don't have to actually go to the physical store. Luis says Vault is everyone's homie. And that's not necessarily true. Okay, so besides the McFarlane
Have you seen his Twitter?
Yeah, really. We have a DC Palm drop, and they just announced it today. And it's actually a really good comic. This is House of Secrets number 92. It's got a pretty strong value at a 9.8 grade on Go Collect. It's so small with my eyes. I think it's like 96, 86, 66 is a lot of money. So I'm thinking that this drop will do pretty well. And if you watch my drop streams for DC Palm drops, you know how to use Chrome Gate, so we should have a good chance of getting this and even low token IDs. And then on VeVe, we got Spot. The first appearance of Spot is dropping on Thursday. They have another comic dropping tomorrow that I had never heard of and didn't include. But the Spot one might actually be well. I didn't look it up on Go Collect yet, but I know the Spot character. He's pretty cool from the movies. He's funny. And the thing that I'm personally looking forward to the most is tomorrow's live stream over there on the All Things Strange VeVe YouTube channel. It's Doctor Strange's birthday bash. He's going to be doing a bunch of giveaways.
Hey, there's something to get excited about.
Yeah.
Let's go there. That's going to be fun for sure. So for me personally, that's the one that I'm looking forward to. And I want to see what you guys are looking forward to, which particular drop this weekend. I'm even going to ask the chat as well. BE, which drop are you most excited for out of those this weekend?
I was going to say, I'm excited about Doctor Strange. I'm going to be on there. I know Mo's going to be on there. I assume you're going to be on there. I'm going to be on there, I think, for the 4 hours. So I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to have a comic for people to snipe for $1. And I think there's going to be lots of giveaways. I'm excited about that. I don't know if I'm really that excited about any drops this week. I'm kind of tired. I need a break. I need a week off, a little break. I'll probably flip on Thursday. So I'll say VeVe's comic drop, the Spider-Man. I'll probably go for that, but nothing too. I'm not excited about anything really.
If I had to pick my number one out of those drops that I was most excited for, I guess would be the Batman one, because it's like the first time going for a drop on that platform. It's going to be interesting to see how well they do in the aftermarket. What about you, Mo? Are there any of those particular drops that you're most excited for?
I think the McFarlane was going to be cool. But honestly, outside of that, I mean, yeah, let's hope. Yeah, I really just looking forward to dropping out some babies out of the Phillies over in Photo Finish. We're in the second breeding season, just fired up this morning. So looking to make some money, spend some money, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, Doctor Strange tomorrow. That shit should be fun. I like to hire the artist, by the way, that made that flyer. It was really cool.
Oh, I'm assuming you made it then. No, I'm also excited about Photo Finish Live. I've been doing a little bit of sniping on the market. If you guys aren't into that, you can even snipe that market to make extra money. It's a little hard to flip right now with breeding happening soon. Captain Obvious, I know you're the Moon Girl. I guess VeVe Comics is the one you're most excited for, or is it the Todd McFarlane Batman drop, or the DC?
I'm actually trying to remember that. My friends and all that watch Breaking Bad, we all have this discussion about at what point in the show did you stop rooting for Walter White, right? And I'm trying to take that same sort of conversation. At what point did I stop going for every drop? When did I stop getting so excited about VeVe that I just kind of picked and choose? Because I always felt like, and I swear, Vault, you have cost me some money. your live show is so fun. It's so exciting.
shit.
And I say
All
I'm not
out.
going to do this. And I constantly FOMO in and buy, but I've skipped a lot, and I can't say that I'm terribly exciting. This waitlist has taken some of the excitement away from it for me. And then I've bounced over and I discovered Cryptoys, and that whole unboxing thing is like, it's so exciting. I think I'm kind of excited to see they had a sweepstakes yesterday. They ended the entry, and they're giving away a backpack full of surprises, and they're giving away a skateboard so you can take your toys for a little ride on the skateboard. So I'm kind of excited actually to see who won that and to watch them unbox that and see that new technology for the first time. So I probably will go for the comic on VeVe. Check out some of the DC stuff, but nothing that I just have to have. I'll say Comic-Con week was kind of fun, but even that I didn't participate in everything, and it makes me a little bit sad that some of the news worn off, or maybe I'm seeing a few cracks that I didn't really want to see, but I'm still optimistic. I'm still a moon girl, still investing, still participating, still playing, and I love this group of people. I feel like I found my tribe. I don't have a lot of knowledge about blockchain. I really don't, but I've jumped in. I love to learn new things, and really I've met some really great people. So if nothing else, I like watching everybody else win. I really do.
And you've been a great addition to the community. You're always putting up some perky chats in my live chats, keeping everybody excited, having fun. Sometimes a little too much, but hey,
I know, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Let me end the poll here and see what you guys are most excited for. It's a pretty close race. We got some VeVe Moon Boys in there. They got VeVe up to 30%. I don't know how you're more excited on those VeVe comics than the McFarlane Batman, but the DC Palm House.
Because they don't have a back cow.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to get it like me. That's right.
They're like, what, $600 right now?
400
buy-in,
now.
I think.
They're actually down to
Is
400.
it? Okay.
Yeah. So not
Could
too
have got one
expensive.
earlier
They don't
today
have a
for
back
like
cow
85
because they're
bucks.
400.
And I only put like 10 or 20 bucks into the whole platform. I just happened to get a couple legendaries and was able to buy a bat cow from that. And it is 100% paid off. So not financial advice, but getting a bat cow is probably smart, because you're going to have Action Comics #1 and Detective Comics #27 dropping at some point, and you want early access for that.
And when that bull market comes, you guys are going to kick yourself for not having one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to get multiples for sure. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us on the FUDDERS live stream. Big shout out to Captain Obvious for being an awesome guest.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you, Captain.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. And a big thank you, of course, to BE and Mo for being great co-hosts as always. We will see you guys on
Happy
the next...
birthday tomorrow.
And happy birthday. Make sure you guys are watching
Get off the Google.
the Doctor Strange birthday bash. Let me bring that back on there so you can see what time it starts. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's tomorrow. So be there or be square. And FUDDERS is every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll be back next Monday. And we're trying to get Kryptoni on here. If we can corner him and get him on camera, then he might be our next guest. So thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.
Thanks all. Peace.
Peace.